Utica, North Africa, Sigilo, BC. The Mediterranean breeze is warm, but inside the city walls, the air is thick with the scent of defeat. Julius Caesar, the man who destroyed the Roman Republic, is at the gates. He has won. He is offering a pardon to everyone who surrendered, mercy from the master of the world. But in a quiet room, one man is not preparing to beg for his life. Instead, he is reading Plato's Phaedo, a book about the immortality of the soul. He is calm, he is focused, he is Cato, the younger, and he is about to perform an act of defiance that will echo through the halls of history for 2,000 years. Why would a man choose death over a pardon from Caesar? To understand Cato, you must understand the concept of sovereignty, not the sovereignty of a king over a nation, but the sovereignty of a soul over itself. Cato's life was a masterclass in stoicism and integrity. He lived in an age of staggering corruption, where politicians bought votes and generals used their armies to seize power. Cato was different. He wore simple, coarse clothes. He walked barefoot. He spoke the truth when it was dangerous. He wasn't just a man. He was a living reminder of what Rome used to be. For Cato, life was not about winning. It was about the principles you lived by while you fought. We often feel like victims of our circumstances today. We compromise our values for a promotion, or we hide our opinions because we fear the judgment of the crowd. We tell ourselves that the world is too complex to be perfectly honest. Cato challenges this. He shows us that when you surrender your values for your survival, you have already lost the only thing that makes life worth living. He was inflexible, not out of stubbornness, but out of a deep realization that once you bend your soul to a tyrant, you are no longer a free man. Caesar was a man who wanted to be loved by the people and feared by his enemies. He wanted to pardon Cato, because that would prove Caesar was the master. But Cato saw through the trap. He realized that to accept Caesar's mercy was to acknowledge Caesar's right to judge him. By choosing his own end, Cato took back the power. He proved that even the man with the greatest army on earth cannot touch the mind of a person who is truly free. Think about the Caesars in your life. Perhaps it is a toxic workplace that demands you sacrifice your peace of mind. Perhaps it is a society that demands you conform to a version of yourself that feels fake. We feel a lack of control because we have given the world the power to define our worth. Cato's lesson is that your worth is found in your integrity. It is found in the space between your values and your actions. When those two things align, you become unshakable. Healing begins when you stop asking for permission to be yourself. Cato didn't wait for the Republic to be saved to feel like a man of character. He was a man of character even as the Republic died. He teaches us that the outcome of our struggles, the winning or losing, is often outside of our control. But the way we fight, the grace we maintain, and the truth we uphold are entirely up to us. This is the heart of Stoicism. It is the ultimate form of Jiankungan, control. On his final night, Cato didn't just read philosophy, he lived it. He ensured that his friends and his son were safe. He performed his duties to the very end. He then lay down and took his own life, not out of despair, but as a final act of sovereignty. When Caesar heard the news, he famously said, "Cato, I grudge you your death, as you have grudged me the preservation of your life." Caesar knew that in death Cato had defeated him. Caesar owned the Roman world, but Cato owned himself. Your life may not require you to stand against a Roman dictator, but every day you are asked to choose between your comfort and your integrity. You are asked to choose between being a slave to your fears or being the master of your spirit. Cato stands as a lighthouse across the centuries, reminding us that no one can take your freedom away unless you give it to them first. As you move forward, ask yourself, where am I bending when I should be standing tall? What part of my soul have I surrendered to the world's expectations? Reclaim your inner citadel. Live by your principles, regardless of the noise outside. For in the end, as the man from Utica showed us, a life lived with an unconquered soul is the greatest legacy anyone can leave. Be brave enough to be inflexible when it comes to your truth. Be brave enough to be free.